Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Vasudha Jagdish Meshram, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Jagat Arts Commerce Science Goregaon, District Gondia, Maharashtra. I have chosen my topic for the semester 6 students. Zoology paper 1, that is the general mammalian physiology, unit 3rd. The topic is thyroid gland, its structure and functions. Now we'll see the structure of the thyroid gland. It is a bilobed gland situated in the lower part of the neck, ventral to the trachea and immediately behind the larynx. Uh, it is the largest endocrine gland in the body, weighing of about 15 to 20 gram, and in man it has the weight of about 25 to 40 gram. The two lobes are joined together by a narrow bridge of tissues called as isthmus or middle lobe, which gives the entire gland a more or less S-shaped appearance, as it is seen that it is larger in female than the males, human male, and may enlarge during the pregnancy. Histologically, it consists of a large number of oval or spherical vesicles that may have the diameter of about 15 to 150 micron. These spherical vesicles, they are known as acini or follicles. They are also known as the thyroid follicles. These follicles, they are lined with a single layer of granular cuboidal epithelial cells. These are separated by interfollicular connective tissues containing numerous capillaries having distinct mitochondria and Golgi bodies. These vesicles or acini are filled with a proteinaceous colloidal secretion known as thyroglobulin. These are an iodized glycoprotein. These vesicles are bound together by connective tissue having blood vessels, lymphatic tissues and nerve fibers. These vesicular cells consist of acidophilic and basophilic cells. The thyroid gland produces hormones which are iodinated derivatives of the amino acids thyrosin. It is the source of three different kinds of hormones: thyroxine, thyrocalcitonin and triiodothyronine. Now we'll see the functions of thyroid hormones. So the first function of the thyroid hormone, an adequate supply is essential for the normal development and the growth of the body. They are responsible for the maintenance of healthy hair and skin. They accelerates oxygen consumption by the cells, energy production and basic metabolic rate. They influence heat production during the catabolism of foodstuff in the cells. They increase the interstitial absorption of glucose, glycogenolysis, deamination and gluconeogenesis in liver cell. They enhance rate of heartbeat and blood pressure. These hormones, they are associated with nerve stability, controlling the excitability and nerve fibers. These hormones are also essential for metamorphosis in amphibia. These regulates the reproduction and cellular physiology. Now there are two conditions for the secretion of the thyroid hormones. The hyposecretion. First we will see the condition hyposecretion. This hyposecretion causes the cretinism. This condition mainly occurs in infancy stage. So we will see the symptoms of the cretinism. Due to the lack of skeletal development, results into deformed bones and stunted body growth. Mental deficiency due to subnormal development of the nervous system. Large protruding tongue from a sagging mouth and pot-bellied abdomen. The BMR is lowered by slow pulse rate and respiration rate. The sex organs and secondary sexual characters becomes retarded. Now this condition was in infancy due to the deficiency of thyroid hormone, that is the thyroxine. Now we'll see the deficiency in adult, which results into the myxedema, that is also known as the girl's disease. The BMR, that is the basic metabolic rate, body temperature and pulse rate are lowered, very sensitive. These individuals becomes very sensitive to cold, and edema, that is resulting into the puffiness of the face and hands due to thickening of the skin, which becomes dry, and there is a loss of hair. These condition results into the anemia and slowing of physical and mental reactions, which is also resulting into the sexual development gets retarded. Now the second condition after the cretinism, that is the simple goiter. This simple goiter, it is a deficiency disease caused by an inadequate supply of iodine in the diet. There is a pathological enlargement of the gland itself. Protrudes results into the swelling of the neck. This enlargement is due to the overstimulation of the gland by TTH, that is the thyroid stimulating hormone, from an anterior pituitary in the absence of feedback inhibition of the thyroid hormone. Treatment with the iodine or with iodized salt is adequate for simple goiter. Now we will see the condition which is occurring due to the excessive secretion of the thyroid hormone. So that is known as the hypersecretion. This condition generally occurs in adult life and is also referred as thyrotoxicosis or hyperthyroidism. So we will see here the first condition caused by the hypersecretion of the thyroid hormone, that is known as the thyroxine. So first it is the exophthalmic goiter or Graves disease or Bezo's disease or Plummer's disease. So the thyroid is enlarged due to the hyperactivity of the gland. The BMR and the body temperature is greatly increased and the individual becomes or appears to be literally burning himself up. There is a raised nervous excitability, restlessness, anxiety accompanied by fatigue, muscular weakness and loss of weight, and heartbeat and pulse rate also increase with a increase in respiratory rate and copious sweating. Which increased body temperature with excessive sweating, the victim may suffers from high or low BP. The victim may mentally emotional osteoporosis may result into the due to the excessive loss of calcium and phosphorus from bones. Skin is soft, moist, which helps in loss of fat from the body. Blood sugar and iodine are increased while calcium is decreased due to high BMR. Vitamin requirement greatly increased during this condition. A characteristic protrusion of the eyeballs, that is known as the exophthalmos, with a staring look with less twinkling of the eyelids. It may be due to increased postorbital pressure or possible weakening of extrinsic muscles of the eye as a result of excessive TSH, that is the thyroid stimulating hormone. It can be treated by the thyroid removal by the surgery and also by antithyroid drugs. Now we will see the second hormone known as thyrocalcitonin or calcitonin. This thyrocalcitonin, it regulates the calcium level in the blood. In 1961, Cope, Davidson, Cheney identified a calcium lowering factor as an impurity in commercial parathyroid extracts. They called hypocalcemic factor as calcitonin. TCT, that is the thyrocalcitonin, is synthesized in parafollicular cells or C cells present in connective tissues around thyroid follicular cells. It is associated with calcium and phosphate metabolism, which causes the calcium transfer from blood to bone by increased calcification by the bones. So here it is about the thyrocalcitonin or calcitonin. Thank you.